live lesson. As always, I'm going to praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakudash.
The one to the elders apostles, peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right. And this particular lesson is going to be about, the M.o.B. All right, more or less, and about how the M.o.B. is transitioning into what we know as the prison system, man. All right, right. The M.o.B. has been greatly pushed in the prison system, backed by a company called Guardian RFID. All right, which they're switching over the servers and the different check-in process. All right, with the different prisoners and shit, man. All right, which all fulfills prophecy. All right, of the scriptures. Right, and we're gonna get into it real fast. Start me over to Isaiah, and then we'll go into the Revelations.
This is Isaiah 46 verse 9. Remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am the Most High, and there is none like me. Verse 10. Declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
So who did the Most High give these mysteries to declare the times that not yet in? Give me that part where it said not yet in, not yet.
My counsel shall, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying.
Right, which is the prophecies, man. The bulk of these prophecies, ultimately the M.o.B. All right, and that's what we're here to give you, man. Tell you, everything is going on in a sense. It's seeming like things cooling off, seeming like things are intensifying in certain places. But ultimately, the ultimate goal, is the M.o.B, man. All right? That's the goal. All right? And we're the ones, because the Most High tell you that he had given his mysteries to the prophets, man. The prophets and the teachers and the seers are the ones that are declaring the things that not yet come.
I got a precept back here.
All right? We're the ones that are telling you the Lord is finna bring all hell over here in America. That the M.o.B, all right, which is the mark, is finna be declared. All right, Esau, he has everything in place. All right, in the sense of bringing this transition. All right, but bring a precept, Bob.
Kind of just to back up what you were saying. Hey, it's the prophets of the Most High that are bringing you this message. This is Amos chapter 3 verse 7. Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants the prophets.
Bring it out again, huh?
This is Amos 3 verse 7. Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants the prophets.
So the prophets are the men of the Lord are dealing with, all right? When it comes to prophecies, all right? When it comes to, in the sense of all heavy mysteries, all right, and deep dark sayings of the scriptures, man. Those are given to the men of the Lord and the men of the Lord only, all right. And these prophecies are coming to pass, man. It takes a skilled man and a man of the Lord of much study to go and look for them, to weed them out, to basically to divide the meat from the bones. And we say that in the sense of the truth. The meat is the heavy things that you can work with. You can filter with the scriptures. The bones are the things that are just no significance, man. All right, they have no use.
It was the saying, I believe Timothy, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. A workman going into these scriptures, going precept upon precept, line upon line, through the Most High, allowing us to understand these dark parables and sayings and relate it to the hopeful elect out there, telling them what times they're coming into and what they need to do to find salvation, and also telling you what the judgment for you hard-headed two-thirds and heathens are going to be.
Right. Yeah, because ultimately this is for the elect. This ain't for everybody, man. Only the pressing elect and sincere of Israel gonna get this, man. You knuckleheads, you're not gonna get it. You're gonna be taken away by these things that we're talking about. All right. Mm-hmm. These things are gonna take you out. All right. Thus said the Lord. Now we can go into that article. Knock that out real fast.
This is an article from prnewswire.com titled, Chatham Company digitally transforming its operations with RFID inmate tracking system, and it's called Guardian RFID Warrior Technology. And this article was published on April 26th of 2021.
It was real close, man. And not only the particular place that he's going to name, I believe it's in Georgia. It's just happening all around the country. San Antonio is another one. And I think Virginia.
Like Georgia too.
Yeah, Georgia, Savannah, Georgia. This company is taking over the prison system and bringing forth, ushering in of the mark, man. All right. And it first starts off. We know Esau first starts off small. All right, and then from there he escalates. He escalates his will. All right, his main objective.
Hey, these people in the prison system are nothing but guinea pigs for Esau to do with whatever he wants to do, to test out all his devices in his system to get the kinks out before he rolls it out in mass on the majority of people.
Right, because what they say in the prison, you're not of your own. You're property of the state. You don't even belong to yourself. They can do whatever they want to do to you in a sense, man. All right, because you're in that system. That's why it's called a system. You're in that pit, man. All right, go ahead, Doc.
Maple Grove, Minnesota, April 26, 2021. Guardian RFID today announces that Chatham Company Sheriff's Office has fully deployed Guardian RFID's inmate tracking system for the Chatham Company Detention Center in Savannah, Georgia.
Right.
Chatham Company Detention Center is digitally transforming its inmate management objectives and streamlining its care, custody, and control mission set for the nearly 2,000 inmates Chatham Company holds daily, deploying the weapon of mass data collection.
And that's what it's about. All right, keep that in mind. All right, this is all about a mass collection of a grab of what we know as Dana. You know, we gotta speak in code because of YouTube policy, but you understand. You get the understanding what we're talking about. All right. What you about to say?
I was just gonna say, hey, that word data, that's the name of the game. At the end of the day, this whole system is going to be predicated upon knowing your every move and step. And if you buck up to the system, what do? They'll turn your M.o.B off, and you'll be a social pariah and won't be able to do anything in society. And just like how Esau uses the inmates as guinea pigs, go look at what they're doing in China right now, because China's really the canary in the coal mine for how Esau wants his new system to be. Because over the past couple of years over there, they've rolled out something called the social credit score, which is a certain credit score number that China's citizens have. And if people do things that go up against the government or buy products that the government considers not savory, then your social credit score will be lowered, and you won't be able to do things like travel abroad, get a job, or buy particular items. That's ultimately where Esau wants to move things with the M.o.B. You'll be completely locked into this matrix to where your left and your right hand will be known, and then, hey, if you step out of line, hey, Esau's going to step all over you.
Right.
Keep going.
Right, because this is what it's ultimately going to. I got one for you real fast. This is 2nd Esdras 16 and 21. It says, "Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. But even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion."
Hey, and victuals go into like just sustenance. Hey, the food you eat, the water you drink, being able to go to a Walmart or a Best Buy and get electronics or other goods at a relatively good price. People think things are A-OK right now. Hey, as long as people can fill their belly and fill their minds with entertainment, it's all good. But as it said, then shall the sword, the famine, and pestilence come upon them. As it says in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction. As the elder brother was saying towards the beginning of the video, things seem relatively good and calm and going slow right now. But that's the Most High lowering you people into a stupor for when he's about to drop that hammer with the M.o.B and all these different pestilences and famines and plagues of Jacob's trouble that you people are about to be mired in.
Yeah,
but hey,
you people are like, because you know You know, a lot of times you gotta pay attention to the animals and shit. And you people like you kind of like you got the characteristics of an alligator because the alligator, long as he don't have nothing to eat, he's hungry. He's in the fight. He's paying attention to what's going on, his surroundings. But once he got something in his mouth, he's satisfied. And he's in chill mode. He's on the side of the bank chilling. That's you people.
Mm-hmm.
Long as you're fed with bread and circus, all right. You're fed with actual GMO foods and getting fattened, all right, and drugged up. You're cool. But lo and behold, man, your destruction drawing near. All right.
And we saw how feeble and weak-minded you people were during these first lockdowns. Hey, when things started when shortages started happening, and what'd you see? People go crazy and act animalistic like that on a dime. And then right now you're seeing inflation start to creep in with products. Yep. And this brother was at the store and said he saw an Edomite complaining over Pop-Tarts going up a couple of cents or a couple of dollars. Hey, yeah. You people are losing it when things are still good. Imagine how much more you people are going to lose it when things are really bad, and how much more susceptible you people are going to be to accepting the M.o.B. when the powers that be say that, hey, if you go along with the system, things are going to go back to normal. You'll get to go back to your daily lives.
Right, they already starting to switch over the different ATM systems and shit, man. Right, they're switching them over to incorporate the M.o.B. for your right hand.
I got that video on my phone if you want to play it real quick.
Yeah, boy. You had
some more, but
yeah, go finish that a little bit more.
Okay. Back in that article on prnewswire.com, deploying the weapon of mass data collection, some of the jail's most security-critical workflows are now fully digitalized, including security rounds such as face-to-face cell checks, activity logging, and real-time inmate tracking powered by Guardian RFID wristbands.
Right. And already got him. And see, he saw a lot about massaging it in, making it seem cool, making it seem as the norm.
Gradualism.
Yeah, gradualism, man. And he have them to where they wear the badge or the tag on their right hand, man. And when you watch the video, the guards are talking about how it's so easy now. So if an inmate come to them about a matter or something, they can easily do it on a dime instead of going back to trying to remember what they said and go back to the desk and actually put it down or write it down on a piece of paper. All right, making it seem easy, seeming cool. All right, but give me Revelations real quick before the video.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, and chapter 3. Revelation 13, verse 16, and he calls it all, both
right. E is the one that calls it all, man. He has, and how did he calls it all? Because he has the power to do so. He the one that can change, which we see now with the scamdemic, man. He can change the whole social construct of a whole nation. Everybody down with the get down, man. He calls it all. He has the power to. Go ahead.
Both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond.
There you go, free and bond. Those who are in prison, all right? Those who are on the outside in what they call the free world, all right? Go ahead.
To receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Right, to receive the mark, man. And we might have to get it because, yeah, get it, receive the mark, all right? Which we know the mark itself, the actual mark itself, is the grain size chip, man.
The plug.
Yeah. We know that. That's what Karagma goes into. All right. For those who don't know, or those who want to contest that, you can look that up, man. You got to get into the etymology of words, understanding the words, man. Karagma goes into the actual chip itself. That's inserted under the flesh, under the skin. All right. And why? And why do they want it in your right hand? Because your right hand and your forehead, which it has to be inserted through your nasal cavity. And you tell me it can't be done. The C-19 does. They're doing it now.
Hey, Elon Musk, Neuralink, they may have changed up the application, but one of the original ways they said they would get it into you is to go up through your nose and then it would have little fibers that would bloom out and get onto your brain. The main point being it would go up through your nasal cavity, and also the forehead and the right hand are the two places that generate the most heat.
Right on the body, man. And you say it can't be done. All right, Esau already practicing it now, man. All right. Go ahead.
The word mark in the Strong's is G5480, charagma, and it says a thing carved, a sculpture, a graven work. And how did they get that chip into your body? They carve into your skin.
Right. They carve into your skin. I think it says something.
You want to go to Karax or?
Yes, they carved into a scalp, imprinted mark stamped the forehead or right here. Father of Christ. Let me pass it up.
A scratch or etching.
Yeah. A scratch or etching. It's engraved on your skin, man. Right up in this area here. All right. And go to Karax.
This is the root word for charagma. G5482. Karax. A pale or stake, a palisade or rampart, pales between which the earth, stones, trees, timbers are heaped and packed together.
What it says up here. Read that part.
Con. Root word from karaso, to sharpen to a point.
What's the only thing a stake that's sharpened to a point? The actual needle or the actual tool used to have the charagma in, and it goes through the tube into your flesh, man. All right.
And what do you do with the pale or stake? You stick it into the ground. So it's gonna be nothing different than with Esau's stake or pale. You're gonna stick it into your flesh, into your earthly body.
And to make it more, and let's go even deeper. Let's go into the root word of Karax.
Khan is G1125,
grapho.
And it says in the outline of biblical usage, to commit to writing, things not to be forgotten, write down, record. And what is it all about? The brother went into it. Mass collection of what? Data. Record, man. And how Esau is going to record, he's going to put your information, your data, your information for as height, weight, in-laws, children, your things that you're allergic to on this server, on this actual Karax, man, the mark. Hey, listen to this. It says to write to one, i.e. by writing in a written epistle, to give information, directions.
Yeah.
And when you go into verse 17, it says that that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So pretty much with that M.o.B. in you, Esau is giving you directions on what to do in society. Hey, if you don't do this or that, hey, you can't buy or sell or get a job or do anything.
Right, we're gonna shut you off. And you seen how E have been pressing people now about taking a jab. If you don't take the jab, you don't keep your job. You don't keep those benefits that you once had, man. He been what they call it blackmailing in the world, man. If you don't take this, you ain't getting your 1400. Since Jake worried about that 1400 so much, you don't get to keep that. You don't get to have these luxuries, man. This society is finna go to what we know as a third world country, man. And like I said years ago, I had an article where Esau talking about putting these different towers up, with the ping towers up, to keep everybody with the mark, keep you in this fenced city. Everybody on the outside, you want to fend for yourself.
Okay, corralled in like cattle, like goyim.
Yeah, the people on the outside, you're gonna live what they call the underground world, man. All right, where there's no law. All right, there's nobody you can call. You gotta just fend for yourself. Only the strong survive. That's what we getting down to, man. All right.
And a lot of people aren't ready for that. Hey, from the cradle to the grave, Esau Edom's been having these people fully invested in this system, to where people no longer know how to make their own clothes, don't know how to hunt or cook or clean an animal or filter water or do anything. They just expect to go to the store and get everything prepackaged and made.
Yeah.
So when that hammer really drops, you can easily see how the majority of these people are going to be corralled in line like good little obedient servants to get that M.o.B. and go back to normal.
Gonna be assed out. Assed out, you hear me? A lot of you women, you don't know nothing about nothing. You're gonna be assed out. Alright? A lot of you metrosexuals, alright? You do the hump boys, you're gonna be assed out, man. And ain't nobody gonna, and I got the scripture too, ain't nobody gonna be there to hold you too, man, to caress you. Alright? This is Proverbs 1:20. It says, wisdom cried without, she uttered her voice in the streets, she cried in the chief place of concourse. In the openings of the gates, in the cities, she uttered her voice, saying, how long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? All right, and we know you Jakes, you love simplicity, man. All right, that's what the brother was saying. How they make things look and feel.
It's packaged right, like you always like this.
Yeah, it's packaged right. It's easy to you. All right, it's not. Jake don't like. Jake make things complex, but Jake really don't like things complex in a way. All right.
Hey, if I could say real quick,
Go ahead,
what's it saying in Isaiah 30? They say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us hard things, but give unto us the smooth and the sweet things, the simple things, the easy things,
right.
The things only at face value.
That's right. It says, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? All right. And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. All right. It says, turn ye at my reproof. All right. You should have been turned in. The reproof is the Bible, man. The scriptures. That is the reproof of the Lord. All right. That's how the Lord, and He gets on you with His men. All right. You're on the wrong track. He gets you right on the right track with His men, telling you where to get on at, man. But you don't want to listen. That's why He is staying on the topic. That's why He is changing the system in the prison, right up under the people's noses. All right. He's changing the system right at your local grocery store. All right. Right at your local bank. The machines are changing. All right. But go back to it. It says, turn ye at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called and ye have refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. All right, this was going to happen. I will also laugh at your calamities. I will mock when your fear cometh. All right, when your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you. All right, it's going to be funny then. All right, you run around with like a chicken with your head cut off, man. What you got?
I'm just gonna say, hey, the majority of you Jakes are laughing at the men of the Lord and the Most High like a joke right now. But the joke's gonna be on you when all these calamities really fall upon you. And hey, we're gonna get a good laugh on you, and so is the Most High, because hey, we warned you, so we got the blood off of our hands. So you got to take everything that's coming your way. And as it says in Isaiah 65, you people shall lament and starve and be thirsty and anguish and sorrow, but my men shall eat and drink and be joyous. Hey, because the elect, the 144,000 and the rest of the righteous 1/3 spent this time of liberty and grace to build up their spiritual bank account so they can cash it out in that day and have that protective hedge of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai over them.
Yeah, ultimately get the blood off our hands, man. Getting the blood off our hands is telling you what's going on. All right, putting our lives at risk. All right, this is a dangerous thing that we're doing, man. All right, and we don't give a shit. We trust in the Lord. All right, we feel the Lord, man. Okay, but like I say, as the days are approaching and the times are approaching, the M.o.B. is at hand. It ain't never left. It's still in front of you. All right, these things are still going to come to pass, man. All right, and as we want to show the video. Pass it up. Turn it sideways.
this, and any contact they had, it could have been head count, it could have been a watch tour, it could have been anything else that the officers were doing or contact with the inmates, they would have to remember that conversation, go back, sit down in front of the computer, taking their focus away from the direct supervision housing unit to log this. Now they can stand in front of the person, scan it, log it, and walk away.
You can be out and about in a housing unit full of 60 people and stop and have a conversation with somebody, make entries, make comments about that interaction right then and there, instead of trying to wait till you get back to the desk and maybe forgetting to make that entry.
Recently we had construction in one of our housing units. We actually tore down the housing unit desk, put a whole new workstation in. So for 2 days the officer in there did not have access to a computer. They had their handheld device. They were able to do head counts, they were able to do watch tours, move inmates out of the unit. They were able to do meals, medications. Everything was logged without a hitch. No matter where you're at in the jail, you can have your Spartan and document what's happening. You can take photos of
you can document
any
in real
instance that
time
pops
what's
up
going
that
on in the
needs to be
jailhouse,
documented. You don't have to be stuck
All
at
right,
your desk
this
to
is new
document
system.
information.
As an administrator for Guardian RFID, my favorite feature is being able to access it from almost anywhere with an internet connection. If somebody needs a user added and there's nobody in the jail who can do it at that time, they'll call me. I can do it from almost anywhere. I can do it from my phone. In fact, one time I was at Disney World this past year and received a call to add a user, and I was able to add that user very quickly.
Yeah. I know that maybe I'll go back and do an actual video on it again. If I can, Lord willing, grab the video. But mainly they was talking about how the system made it so easy for them, right, to actually know the whereabouts of inmates, all right, check in and all type of other stuff to make it more easily accessible. You seen the tag on the inmate when they scanned it and everything, man. This is what we talking about, the massaging in of their agenda, man. All right. E is trying to fulfill what we know is his new world order, man. All right. He's trying to do that. You had something?
I have one more preset.
All right. We'll try to get that up. Yeah, the scripture says, man, E is trying to fulfill his enterprise. That's why also in Corinthians it say that we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. All right? We're not ignorant of it because we know working in the airports, the hospitals, the prison system, or the government, you're gonna be introduced with it first. Look at the jail. The first people that got introduced with it was who? The people in that deep off in that system.
In the essential workers.
Yeah, essential workers. They're laying it out for you, man. Pay attention. They're laying it out for you. They're telling you what's going to be the first ones in line. Right? And a lot of you bobblehead women that's in that system, all you think about is your nursing job, not knowing what's going on, man. All right, not knowing what's coming down the pipe, and what's coming down the pipe is the M.o.B. All right, of Revelation 13 chapter. All right, the mark, man, the mark is finna happen. All right, you got.
This is Isaiah 55 verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
Got it.
And hey, point blank period. Everything that was stated that happened in these scriptures, especially the mandatory implementation of the M.o.B, will take place exactly when it needs to take place, and nothing will happen to avert biblical prophecy from coming to its fulfillment. So like we always tell you, sincere Akim, you should be spending these times of liberty and grace right now to be drinking from these rivers of living waters before that spigot gets turned off, and the only thing you have to guide you through Jacob's trouble is the knowledge you gained on this side.
Right. Because the knowledge you gain on this side of Yahweh Shem Shai, all right, in the ways that you should be living is going to be tested, man. All right? You're not gaining this knowledge just to hold. This knowledge is going to be tested. Your faith is going to be tested, man. All right? When these soldiers hit the streets, going house to house, looking for weapons, looking for different survivors and people, to put in these camps, man. Your faith is gonna be on display, all right? The knowledge that you actually receive and the wisdom that you receive from these scriptures, all right, in these years that you've been in, you've been in these camps, it's gonna be tested, man. All right. This ain't no joking matter. This ain't no matter to be around here bullshitting, all right, playing. Cause Jake loved to play. A lot of you niggas are like Smokey, man, from Friday. You niggas, all you do is play all day. But ain't nobody playing though, man. Especially the Most High. That's why the Lord just tell you in Proverbs, I'm gonna laugh at your calamity. When this deal go down, and it will go down, all right? He's gonna laugh at you, man. For all those years of putting the word of the Lord behind you. Go ahead, talk real fast. I'm gonna get this other scripture for you.
Hey, you spent these times as a joke, as it says in 2nd Ezra chapter 9. Hey. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9. I'm going to start at verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments.
Right.
Hey, you cast the word of the Most High behind your back, and you cast the men of the Lord preaching that word behind your back, thinking it was a joke, scoffing at these men. Like we always say, if you could put us to death, you would. But hey, that's ultimately to your detriment, because it continues to read, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. And they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty, hey, right now, you can still see your teachers on the highways and byways on these video epistles, giving you the truth freely, not putting a charge to it or anything, telling you everything you need to know to get you through JT. And when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not but despised it. Verse 12, the same must know it after death by pain.
And a lot of you gonna meet that by pain, man. A lot of you gonna meet that, right? The Lord didn't put that in the scriptures for nothing, all right? That's in there for a reason, because that's gonna be issued out to a lot of you hard-headed, knucklehead jakes, man, that don't believe a goddamn thing, all right? A lot of you gonna get the mark, man, and still get put to death. Ultimately,
now, if you get it, you're finished.
Hey, you're finished, all right? A lot of you ain't gonna even make it to that, man. You still just gonna get put to death, man. All right, because you're hard-headed, man. All right, I got this one right here. This is Sirach in the Apocrypha 5:1, and I'll read down because all of it's good. All right, it says, "Set not thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough of my life. Follow not thy own mind."
Hey, what does it say in Jeremiah 17 verse 9? A man's heart or his mind is deceitful above all things. Who can know it?
That's right.
Hey, if you're not following after the precepts of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, and leaning on your own understanding, you're through. You're in the world. You have your daddy, the devil, Sleazy E.
Right. All right. It says, "I have." Let me read it again. It says, "Follow not thy own mind." All right, and in thy strength to walk in the ways. All right, and to walk in the ways of thy heart, and say not, who shall control me for my works, right? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride.
Hey, pretty much, hey, jesting and tempting the Most High, saying, who shall control my works? Hey, you're living by that do as thou wilt philosophy, that YOLO, I got this one life, so I'm going to live it mentality. Well, hey, the Most High is going to show you how you're going to live your life and how he's going to end your life through death by pain, for being arrogant, stiff-necked, and hard-headed, and despitefully casting his word behind him.
Right, and it says, all right, 4, say not, I have sinned, and what harm has happened unto me? All right, for the Lord is long-suffering, and he will not in no wise let thee go.
Hey, like we always say about this grace period, it's like with your landlord. You get a grace period to pay your rent, but if you don't pay it after that grace period, what is it? You get thrown out on your ass. So you should be spending this grace period of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai right now, getting your house in order, so you can ultimately hope for salvation, not putting it off from day to day, thinking that I've got time, I can wait till the last hour, like it says in that parable, those servants that came into the last minute but were still paid that penny. That's not going to work for you. That's not going to work for you at all. If hey, woe to them that knew the word but followed or did not after it. Roughly paraphrasing.
And we're using this to show you that all roads lead to the mark, man. All roads lead to the mark. And you see, from this sector of the banking, the mark is being pushed out there. From the side of the prison system, it's being pushed. From the side of the money, it's being pushed. The average everyday grocery process is changing. All right. So that time of putting off is slowly coming to the end. The curtains are closing, man. All right. And for those who the mother numbskulls that say the day of the Lord is not coming, the chip ain't the M.o.B is not coming. That's BS, man. All right. But let me finish this out. All right. It says and say not. Let me go back up. It says concerning procreation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin, and say not and say not his mercy is great. He will be pacified for the multitudes of my sins, for mercy and wrath cometh from him, and has indignation rested upon sinners. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. All right, we read that again. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. All right, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security. And in thy security.
Hey, when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction, like a thief in the night, is going to come upon you, your wicked, hard-headed ass.
Right. And in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance. All right. And we're telling you about the day of vengeance. This is a must that we push prophecy. This is a must that we push the M.o.B. All right, the mark. That is a must. All right, and we're telling you these days are upon us. Don't get lax. All right, don't be out here BSing, man. All right, because we're not BSing. We're fully aware. We're fully woke on what's going on. All right, our day, brothers that you see, like-minded like us, our day consists of these scriptures doing something for the body. All right, when you look at like, for instance, you look at my phone consists of, all you see from the iPhone from the top to the bottom are brothers' numbers, man. You might see a couple of women and different other people there, but the mostly is the brothers, man.
And you're mainly concerned with looking at the news, being a watchman, and relaying it to the brothers to further build up their spirit and let them know what time it is. And hey, give them ideas for lessons to do, like the elder brother was saying, day in, day out, night from sun up to sundown. Hey, we're concerned with this truth and pushing it.
That's all we're concerned with. We're not concerned with nothing else, man. Nothing else. We can care less. All right, and ultimately it's being watchmen for the body too, to tell you what's going on, to give you insight on what's going on. All right, like the scripture says in 1 Corinthians 12 about being a parent unto you. We don't want your money. We don't want your gifts. All right, you know, some people give them, whatever like that, but cool. But our main focus is you, man.
We're not in it to make make merchandise out of you.
Yeah, we don't want to do that, man. We want you. We hope that you come into the word, man, and be aware of the terror of the Lord. Because when you see these things coming, they are the terror of the Lord. The Lord's finna jack this place up, man. All right, the Lord's finna jack this goddamn place up. You better be ready. All right, that was it. That was it, man. So with that, we hope that was edifying. Until next time, we want to give all praises, glory, and infinite honor to Yahweh,
Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honor to the elders, apostles, peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect and to the sincere out there. Until next time, Akim, Shalom.
Shalom.